Good evening, baseball fans, and welcome to Oriole Park at Camden Yards, home of the 56-48 Baltimore Orioles, as they play host to our 60-44 first place in the AL East New York Yankees. The Yankees' batting order is as follows. Leading things off is center fielder Jacoby Ellsbury, followed by left fielder Brett Gardner, third baseman Todd Frazier, catcher Brian McCann, right fielder Aaron Judge, first baseman Greg Bird, DH Tom Ullman, shortstop Jed Lowry, and second baseman Ronnie Torreyes rounds things out. While on the mound for the Orioles is the right-hander Bud Norris. He's 6-7 so far in this season with a 4.27 ERA, not very respectable in 20 games started so far for the Orioles in 2016. And making his way to the plate now to lead off the ballgame for the Yankees is Jacoby Ellsbury, the center fielder. The left-handed hitter will dig in the backs against the right-handed pitcher in Norris, as the first pitch is taken for a ball as we are underway here at Camden Yards in Baltimore. 1-0 count now on Ellsbury. Here it comes from Norris, as that's a liner right at Chris Davis at first base. Makes a nice snag over there, showing off the leather, usually known for his power, but he makes it a great defensive play there for the first out of the ball game, as that brings up the left fielder in Brett Gardner, the country kid. Once again, left-hander versus right-hander. First pitch to him, nicks the outside half. The slider catches it. And it's an 0-1 count on Gardy now as it runs the 2-1. Here comes the pitch, swung on and grounded to first base. Fielded by Davis, steps in the bag himself, and that's 2 down here in the top half of the first. Chris Davis makes both of the outs himself. So 2 outs now as the third baseman Todd Frazier digs in. The pride of Toms River, New Jersey with his high stirrups, playing third base today as usual. First pitch from Norris. Backs Frazier off the plate, 91-mile-per-hour fastball, 1-0 count. Norris sets, kicks, turns, fires, and Frazier swings on that one. Drives it at the right center field. That'll land right in front of the warning track. Roll to the wall. Frazier's heading into second base. He'll take a step or two around second, but he'll hold up at 2, as he's got himself a 2-base hit here in the top half of the first inning, as he keeps the inning alive with 2 outs. And it brings up Brian McCann after Frazier's 23rd double of the season. First pitch to McCann, nicks the up-and-away corner. 2-2 count now on McCann. Norris looks down the runner. Here comes the pitch, as that's taken into right field, lands in for a base hit. Frazier is rounding third, heading home, and he's gonna slide in as the throw is offline to Wieters at the plate, as the Yankees strike first. This one from an RBI single from Brian McCann, and it's now a 1-0 ball game. Aaron Judge digs into the batter's box now with 2 outs and 1 on. The 2-2 count, here it comes, and that nicks the inside half. He cannot pull the trigger. That's strike 3, and Aaron Judge goes down looking. Bud Norris gets out of the top half of the first, but not before the Yankees strike for 1 on an RBI single from Brian McCann. It's 1-0 Yankees over the Orioles. Welcome back to Yankees baseball. The Orioles batting order is as follows. DH Alejandro De Haza lead things off, followed by second baseman Ben Zobrist, center fielder Adam Jones, first baseman Chris Davis, right fielder Steven Pierce, third baseman Manny Machado, left fielder Delman Young, catcher Matt Wieters, and shortstop J.J. Hardy rounds things out. While on the mound for the Yankees is the right-hander Asher Wojciechowski, 4-3 on the season since being called up from AAA, with a 3.48 ERA in 15 games. Here comes Alejandro De Haza leading off the bottom half of the first for the Orioles, playing DH on the day. The pitch from Wojciechowski is fouled off for the first strike of the ball game from him. 1-1 count now on De Haza. The pitch from Wojciechowski is grounded to shortstop, fielded by Lowry, fires across the diamond, and that's 1 down, as De Haza is retired for the first out of the bottom half of the first inning. And now that brings up the 2-hitter in the second baseman, Ben Zobrist. He's hitting .271 in the season. The super utility man is what they call him. And the first pitch to him is also fouled off. That's strike 1. 1-2 count now on Zobrist. Wojciechowski sets, kicks, turns, fires, and he swings through the circle change. That's 2 down here in the bottom half of the first inning, as Wojciechowski strikes out Ben Zobrist. And that brings up the 3-hitter in Adam Jones, leading this team in home runs with 19 in that 3-hole. As the pitch from Wojciechowski is swung on and popped in left field, but Gardner is there, and he puts it away for the final out of the bottom half of the first inning. So at the end of one, the Yankees are up over the Orioles by a score of 1-0 here at Camden Yards. Welcome back to Yankees baseball here in the bottom half of the second inning as Chris Davis digs in to lead off this bottom half of the second for the Orioles. Playing first base on the day, Wojciechowski sets, kicks, turns, fires. First pitch to Davis is swung through. That's an 0-1 count now. He sets, turns, and fires the 0-1. As that's popped up behind the plate, Brian McCann is there as he retires Chris Davis on the pop-up to the catcher for the first out of the bottom half of the second. As now that brings up the 5-hitter in Stephen Pierce, playing right field today, struggling in his last 5, only 2 for 19, which totals out to a 125 average. Wojciechowski sets and fires the first pitch of the at-bat, and that's grounded past Frazier at third base. That's a fair ball, gets into left field, fielded by Gardner. He gets to it quick enough where Stephen Pierce only gets a single, but he is on base with 1 out, and that brings up the third baseman in Manny Machado. Wojciechowski sets at the chest with a runner on first. The pitch is fouled off the first base side, and that's strike 1 now. 0-2 count on Machado. The pitch from Wojciechowski is cut through on the slider. He goes down swinging. He'll take the walk of shame back to the dugout. And now there's 2 down as it brings up Delman Young, the left fielder, with a runner on first, being Stephen Pierce. The pitch from Wojciechowski. There goes Pierce. The throw down to second is high, and Stephen Pierce has himself a stolen base, and he's in scoring position now with 2 outs, making plays happen with his legs. The 1-2 from Wojciechowski is ripped into the left center gap. That'll roll to the wall as Delman Young's heading into second base. Stephen Pierce will score with ease as he's got himself a stand-up RBI double from Delman Young, and it's now a tie ball game here at Camden Yards. 1-1 is the score. The pitch from Wojciechowski is grounded to first base, fielded by Bird, steps in the bag himself, as Matt Wieters is retired for the final out of the game, but not before the Orioles even this ball game up at 1. So at the end of 2, it's 1 Orioles, 1 Yankees. Welcome back to the top half of the third inning here for some more Yankees baseball. Ronnie Torreyes digs in to lead off the inning. He's struggling in his last 5 games, hitting under the Mendoza line. And the first pitch to him misses the outside half. 1-0 count now. He digs back in the batter's box with a 2-2 count. Norris turns, kicks, and fires. And he cuts through the slider. He goes down swinging. He'll take the walk of shame back to the dugout, as we have 1 down now in the top half of the third, and it brings up the leadoff man as we're back at the top of the lineup in Jacoby Ellsbury, the center fielder. First pitch to him misses the strike zone. Ellsbury's leading this Yankees team in basically every major hitting category except for home runs and RBI. So the 2-0 count on him now. Here it comes. Swung on, and there it goes. It is high. It is far. It is gone. Jacoby Ellsbury connects with a solo shot here in the top half of the third inning, and he puts the Yankees up in this ball game by a score of 2-1 with career home run number 98. 372 feet clear over the right field fence as the first pitch to Gardner misses the strike zone, way too high, 1-0 count. The pitch from Norris is swung on, that's popped, weakly hit into left center. Jones is camped under it, and he'll retire that one for the second out of the inning. So Gardner is retired, and that will bring up the 3-hitter in Todd Frazier. He's 1 for 1 the day with a double back in the top half of the first. The pitch from Norris, here it comes. As that's grounded into the second baseman's gap, he fields, spins, fires the first, and a sensational play from Ben Zobrist to end the top half of the third inning, but not before Jacoby Ellsbury connects with a rocket into right field. 2-1 Yankees over the Orioles. Welcome back to Yankees baseball here in the bottom half of the third inning as J.J. Hardy digs in to lead off the bottom half of the third. 2-1 Yankees is the score. Wojciechowski turns, kicks, and fires. First pitch from him is in there for a strike. Taken. 0-1 count on Hardy now. Runs the 2-2, all evened out. Wojciechowski fires the 2-2, and it's grounded to third base, fielded by Frazier, fires across the diamond. The scoop from Bird, and he is retired in J.J. Hardy for the first out of the inning. So one down now, and Alejandro De Haza digs in as the Orioles are back in the top half of the order. Wojciechowski sets and delivers the first pitch of the AB. In there for a strike. 0-1 count now on De Haza. Wojciechowski sets. Here comes the 0-1. That's grounded to first base, and it gets past Bird into right field. That'll probably be counted an error on Greg Bird, but De Haza reaches first with one out, and he is a speed threat on the base path, and that brings up Ben Zobrist, 0 for 1 on the day, struck out back in his first at bat in the bottom half of the first. The pitch to him, in there for a strike, 92 on the gun, two-seamer, 0-1 count, runs to 0-2 now. Wojciechowski sets, delivers the 0-2, as that's taken into right field, Judge fields, and Hardy is not stopping there as he heads to third base, and he goes first to third on the single in right field by Zobrist. Correction, that is not Hardy, that is De Haza. As we have first and third now for the Orioles with one out, and that brings up Adam Jones. The 0-1 count on him. Wojciechowski sets and fires. That's grounded to first base. They'll try to turn two. That's one down, but a weak throw back to first, and Jones is able to beat it out. And De Haza comes in to score, and he ties this ball game up for the Orioles. They took a chance, and it failed. So now Chris Davis at the plate. There goes the runner. Throw down from McCann, and they slap the tag on him. He tried to steal an Adam Jones, but he could not get it. As McCann guns him down, but not before the Orioles strike for one to tie the ball game up, and it's 2-2. Yankees and Orioles at the end of 3. Welcome back to Yankees baseball here in the top half of the fourth inning as Brian McCann digs into the batter's box to lead off this inning. It's all tied up at 2 here at Camden Yards. Bud Norris stole the mound, right-hander facing left-hander. First pitch is a bit high, taken for a ball 1. Norris sets. Here comes the pitch to McCann, as that's grounded to third base. Right into the shift is Machado, and he'll whip that one across the diamond. A great throw across the diamond, and McCann is retired for out number 1. Aaron Judge digs into the box now. Here comes the pitch. First pitch swinging, and that's popped behind the plate. Wieters takes the mask off, and he's camped under it, and he puts it away for the second out. As Judge goes down on the first pitch, he faces, and that brings up Greg Bird. The pitch from Norris misses the outside half. Changeup taken for a ball. 1-0 count on Greg Bird. The pitch from Norris is ripped into right field for a base knock that lands in front of Stephen Pierce, as Greg Bird has himself a base knock here with 2 outs, keeps the inning alive. And now the DH and Tom Ullman digs in. He's 0 for 1 with a flyout back in the second. So Bird on first, Ullman at the plate. Righty on righty from Norris to Ullman. Here comes the pitch. First pitch swinging, that's into the right center gap. That's back to the track, and it lands right at the track, and then it'll hop up into the seats in right center. That's a ground rule double, and that will cost them a run as they have second and third now. But Jed Lowry's at the plate. First pitch to him. He's also first pitch swinging. That's back to the track, and it's off the wall in right field. Stephen Pierce stumbles at the wall, fielded by Jones. Lowry's not stopping at third. He heads into third, and he's sliding in with a head-first slide for a triple. 2 RBI triple for Jed Lowry, and this game is broken open now. 4-2 Yankees is the score with Lowry on third, and Ronnie Teray is at the plate. The 1-0 is popped up. Wieters is camped under it, as that's the final out of the inning, the top half of the fourth, but not before the Yankees strike for 2 on a triple from Jed Lowry to make it a 4-2 Yankees lead over the Orioles at the top half of the fourth. Welcome back to Yankees baseball here in the bottom half of the ninth inning as Dellin Betances comes on out of the bullpen for the 36th time this season, looking for his 33rd save. doing a spectacular job out of that bullpen in that closer role for the Yankees. He'll be facing Alejandro De Haza to lead off the inning. Still 4-2 is the score. First pitch in there for a strike, 96 on the gun. 0-1 count. Runs to 0-2 now. Betances sets and delivers. And that nicks the outside half with the 12-6 curve, the breaker, the banger, whatever you want to call it, gets him to go down looking. And now that brings up Ben Zobrist. First pitch to him, misses the strike zone for a ball. 1-0 count. Runs the 1-2 now on Zobrist. Betances looks down and delivers. As that's going to be well hit, deep right field. That's back to the wall, and it's off the top of the wall. Ellsbury comes over to field, and Zobrist is heading over to third. He's in there sliding head first, avoids the tag, and Ben Zobrist has himself a one-out triple here in the bottom of the ninth inning as the tying run is now at the plate in the always dangerous bat of Adam Jones. Betances sets. The first pitch is fouled straight back off the brick behind the plate. So 0-2 count now. Betances sets. Here comes the pitch. And he cuts through that one in the dirt. Drop third strike. Toss over to first. And that's 2 down here in the inning. As Jones is retired on the strikeout. That's 2 strikeouts in the inning for Betances. And that brings up Chris Davis. He's 0 for 3 on the day, but he is always a dangerous bat. 0-1 count on him. The pitch from Betances is taken into center field. That's a little slow dribbler base hit, as Zobrist will score with ease, and Chris Davis has himself an RBI single, as it's now a 1-run ball game here in Camden Yards, as the go-ahead run in Stephen Pierce is at the plate. 0-2 count on him. Betances sets. Here comes the pitch, and he swings through the breaker. 77-mile-per-hour, 12-6 curve gets him. 3 strikeouts at the bottom half of the inning for Dellin Betances as he closes the door, allowing 1 run. But it is still a Yankees victory as it's ball game over. Yankees win. The Yankees win by a score of 4-3 over the Baltimore Orioles here at Camden Yards, as the Orioles drop to 56-49 on the season, still sitting at 3rd place in the AL East. And the Yankees improve their lead in the AL East with this victory as they improve to 61-44. Jacoby Ellsbury picks up Player of the Game honors. He was 1 for 4 with a home run and an RBI. Jabba Chamberlain gets the victory. He's now even at 6-6 on the season. Bud Norris drops to 6-8 with the loss, and Dellin Betances gets his 33rd save of the season. As that being said, that'll wrap things up here for this edition of Yankees Baseball. I've been your host, JerseyBorn, and I'm saying goodbye.